French priest that had that he gave out his book after he died?
Yeah, no,
Didn't hear
no,
French.
no.
I'm French. I mean, it's from Geneva, Switzerland. They spoke French. Anyway, so it came a state where I taught. I had students, and I said things there, and at a certain point, one of the students said things that I said, and I wasn't lucky like you were, that you were immune in the Vatican. They needed you so strongly. The Pope's Latinist, that's your name. So you were immune from how do you say
banning.
Dismissal.
Yeah, they say they when they check you out for this. But so I got somebody told me, I didn't see it they said in a local newspaper in Israel, they said about me Jesus 2002, and it wasn't meant as a compliment. But so but I got over it. It's okay because I, at least in the open, practice everything. But I'm still trying. I have students and friends. I mean, this is
what is your profession?
I'm a rabbi.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. You have your own community?
Yeah, and this community is a kind of community which is open-minded. I mean, they're not very orthodox, so it's okay with me. And somehow after my things came out in Israel, so one of my students opened a forum on the internet discussing my ideas, and afterwards we made a new name, so I didn't want it to be so explicitly on me. And he was then, that's how we met. He was one of the directors of this forum then at that time. Anyway, so that's the story, how chronologically we got to this. And now I took exactly a year ago. Today, a year ago, I was in South Korea. There was an interfaith conference organized by the UPF. It's under the Moonies.
Oh boy.
No, never mind. But they do this. It was like the conference itself was independent. For me, it was an opportunity to get a platform. And I had, those meetings. The meetings themselves, they don't do a lot, but you get contacts, and sometimes those contacts can open some doors. What I'm trying just to do is to get people of religion to understand that religion is a tool to become a better person, to discipline yourself, to control yourself. But the minute it gets a life on its own, and all those dogmas became so. That was the thing.
You know what? Steve Jobs Jobs. With that Apple stuff.
Apple stuff, yeah. Steve Jobs.
Yes.
He gave a famous commencement address in California, University of Stanford, in 2005 to the students out of this world. You can find it on the internet. Well, anyway, one of his phrases that caught my attention, he said to the young people, "Don't get trapped by dogmas."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, there it is. Of course, the church or people with religion are trapped by dogmas.
Yeah, but one of the things I proposed, the word I was looking for before was ostracized.
Okay.
You had the luxury not to become ostracized. Anyway, what I wanted to say, what I proposed there, that they put it on, somebody put it on YouTube. I had a 7-minute speech at that conference. I'm trying to establish learning centers where people should be able to learn the cultures, the religions of the others, and see that the basic ideas are the same, and just the forms are different, and the forms are sometimes taken, like you said, like dogmas out of context. They're taken too seriously, and they become the main thing, and they forget the purpose.
Of course, this isn't the first time people have tried to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not the first
one. I know. But today we have the internet. We have the communication.
And the world is very small.
Exactly.
Getting very, very.
So today, I mean, if with some luck, with some good advertisement, good public relations, good PR, it might be worth a try because
what would be worth a try?
To create such learning centers where people would be like geared to religious leadership in a way, in an open way. See, the problem in Judaism, it's probably everywhere, but there is a place where I feel it, that those who are dedicated are the fundamentalists. So they hold the monopole. Even the more liberal Jews, I just visited them. I know how they're all dependent on the doctrines that come out from the fundamentalists. So they change a screw here, a screw there. That the problem is that there are no open people who can say, we are the real dedicated ones and we are on top. And such learning centers should be able to create it and somehow free free the people of religion. I mean, take them out of the, like you say.
Well, yeah.
So what I was thinking, maybe if you, sorry.
Go on.
Now, I think I mentioned on the phone, I prepared a small text, a kind of a declaration. If I would be happy if it could be signed by as many people of the cloth from any religion possible. And then, if such a thing comes out, I mean, I mean, it's not. I didn't write any revolutionary thing. I just, I don't know. My friend said maybe I wrote it in too small writing. Or you have a problem?
I don't have a problem reading.
This is what I think.
But there's a problem already.
What?
There's a problem already.
Oh, okay.
No, not here. It's reading. With what you're saying.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, what's the problem?
What do? You see, we declare that the direct word of God, if you believe that even God exists.
No. Oh, okay, this is another thing. Here, exactly. That's what I told him yesterday. No, there's no
Some
difference.
People would start right away and say,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well,
rational reality, basically more judgment. His words. Oh, bad. I wouldn't say bad, but difficult. His word. Yeah, I don't like that either. I think I'm much more radical than you are.
No. I am diplomatic here. I'm radical. I think we can compete in radicalism. It's politically. It's diplomatic.
Okay.
So that more.
My question I have with the Catholics.
Doesn't matter.
With everyone, whoever said God was He.
Okay. So I'll tell you.
So one, we have a problem in the first line. Does God exist at all?
No. Yeah.
And then He. Why not it? She.
Okay. So
I reject all of that.
Fine, but I'll tell you now the reason
Okay.
I did it this way. Okay. Once you get to
By the way, how do you get into this?
I'll explain to you in a
Okay,
minute.
okay.
We'll finish once.
His word, Pastor Jacob, and I'm just gonna. What are you saying?
No, you're okay.
You're better than what
we
were expecting.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be as radical as that.
Oh. The point of it is certainly. Well, yeah. Religion is like, man.
Okay, just have a general look without like.
We call on all people to be aware of those which are crucial for peace. Yeah. But not that I care, about 1 billion people have said this already.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone agrees to this. And everyone's talking about
not
peace,
necessarily.
peace and love and boo.
Yeah, no, but many people say no. Religion is above. You have to throw yourself down. No, to logic. Logic is subservient to religion. That God doesn't have to make sense or whatever.
But when you confront them, they will tell you the same words. Afterwards, they will twist it to their way.
Yeah, but this is okay.
So
fine.
now, explain.
Okay, now I'll explain. Should I explain? So my personal opinion, I always say, my God cannot exist. Because if I say this exists, it is smaller than existence. Existence is bigger. I see it in Judaism also. I deify, I make existence my God. So my God is an atheist, not a theist from outside. Okay, so I told you as radical as could be. So personally, I would write it, if it would be my declaration, I would write it differently. It's
Who wrote this then?
I. But it's for other people of religion to sign.
Okay.
So if I want to get people to sign, if I'm going to write it, I think
everyone could sign this.
He's compromising with his ideas in order to get more people.
Stalin could sign this.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone agrees to this. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Like it sounds like the United Nations or something.
The question is, okay, but do you agree that we can't write what what we think? Totally.
Why not?
Because we're going to say, oh, those are radicals, and we are out of the game.
Or even atheists.
Yeah, atheists. We can't say.
I'm not an atheist, but I would be more. I'm a pantheist.
Okay, for me it's the same. Pantheist is.
Oh no! What? You're a heretic.
I'm more radical than you are.
No. I mean the whole thing.
The whole thing is wonderful. This is my God.
Yeah, so then that's
But I make it my God. I'm not looking for a God.
What do you need to add? I'm making it my God. The whole thing, and that's it.
No,
That's it.
That's
I
it.
want to
You don't need to
discipline
do with that
myself. I want
anything.
to be dedicated to reality. reality. I want to be dedicated to morality. I want to be disciplined.
What has to do with your start, with your sentence?
Because
So go on with your program.
Human nature is weak still. We can't.
We need religion.
We need
We need-
self-discipline.
Are you sure that we need
Rituals.
Sure.
Well, Freud
Are you
or Jung or someone, I mean, we need this stuff. And I was thinking before you were coming up, I said, I mean, we can't get, I'm ready, I don't need it. But I mean, most people need it.
Right.
I mean, because we're kind of made that way.
Till the age
I mean, even if we do away with God, some people still say, if God doesn't exist, we would make our own God.
When you say we need it because that's our nature, or
Yes.
because you believe it makes us better?
No, that's our nature.
No, okay, but it could be going for wars.
It's not contradiction from what you're saying. I think our nature is our minds are not yet wide enough and encompassing enough. So we attach ourselves to things. In order to have a higher attachment to greater values, so we have to have a kind of greater value. And God is for me only a name for that greater value. The greater value, I'm dedicated to the reality of this wonderful existence, and I want to adapt myself to it. I want to harmonize with it, and that's it. Those are abstract words. I can't tell it to my kids. My kids I have to tell, there is whatever. I mean, you have to find some kind of compromise, not to tell them, nonsense. And on the one hand, but there's this kind of personification. I'm against personification, but I'm for deification.
What would you preach?
Of what? I would kind of avoid the whole subject.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, preach to whom? I mean, to people who
You want to influence them. That you choose to influence
people
them.
know what I think for sure.
Yeah.
But, I'll tell you, for example, the sisters, we have some nuns,
Yeah.
And there's a chapel down here.
Yeah, so.
And so for 3 weeks ago, I was waiting out on the porch. I was going out. A bus was, I was going out. And the nuns were coming in for Mass. And they said, "Oh, good morning, Father." All this other. And they're nice people, And I said, "Now, sister," the three of them, I said, "Now listen, why don't you go in that chapel and bring the people out here on the porch?" It was a beautiful day, blue sky. I said, "Why don't we stand out here and pray to the creator of the universe? Why do I need walls, a church, synagogue, church, same stuff, mosque, mosque? I don't need that stuff. I mean, there it is.
100%.
So I have no problems.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
How do you
You want to destroy the cleric's way of making money.
What?
You want to destroy the cleric's way of making money.
I don't make money.
No, I mean the clerics.
Well, that's as old as humanity.
I don't get. I mean, I. That's
But
what.
how do you run your community?
My community is not. It's not very. The people are not observant. Most of them.
I know. Don't tell me that. I know. I mean, most Catholics are not Catholic at all. I mean, obviously.
Exactly. So I don't.
I know that.
So they accept everything.
And there are a lot of Jews who are atheists too, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm saying the God of the Bible is atheist. The name of God in the Old Testament is YHWH.
Yahweh.
Means Hoveh, means being, means whatever is, and don't go behind and don't go on the side. So I wouldn't even use the creator of the universe. I would use the creation of the universe.
Oh yeah, okay.
When did you come to become an atheist?
I'm not an atheist, friend.
Oh, okay.
Pantheist.
When did you discharge?
Well, with a little maturity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was maybe around 35, I'm 72.
Yeah.
35, around in there, 30, 35.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden I said, friends, all this stuff doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. And I said, huh?
Yeah, the big
And
one is
how did the
you got
Catholic
away
Church
with the
accepted
Vatican.
you?
Huh?
How did the Catholic
Well, the
Church?
Catholic Church kind of didn't accept me. They know who I am, and in the Vatican they more or less tolerated me. Then I got terribly sick. I died. I told you that.
Yeah.
I died twice. I mean, clinically I was
clinically.
dead. And by that time they said, well, he's dead anyway. And that's when the Religulus came out, the picture. So they didn't give me trouble with Religulus because they thought I was dead anyway. So, and they think I'm crazy, but I'm very happy. Oh, I agree, but I don't know how. And if some people just don't know what you're talking about. They don't understand this.
Yeah.
They just say, yeah, they would smile and be nice.
Yeah.
Do you want a cup of coffee and then let's go home? I understand.
Yeah.
Are you thinking in the same?
Yeah, we're.
I'm more radical than you, than both of you.
Well, it can't be much more radical, no.
No, it's only a question of methods. What we
So the idea you wanted people like to sign this.
Yeah.
Well, this is innocent. I mean, this is harmless.
Yeah, but it.
I mean, this is, I won't say it's nothing, but it's everything. I mean, it's beautiful stuff.
I mean, but at least it gives a door, like to say, to tell people, listen, people of religion.
Religion is like a medicine for the body, resuscitating, killing, depending on dosage. In order to religion to have a balance between the basic and the dynamism of evolving, so bull, fine.
Yeah, but this eliminates.
I'll tell you where I stand for. The point and the importance of religion is being a tool. It's in the second paragraph. Tool of being a tool of improvement. I disagree. Religion did not bring any improvement to the world.
No, we just spoke yesterday. By the way, Father, I want to give you a book. Maybe it might be interesting. This book we read an experiment where he writes that people were given the before they had an opportunity to do something where they could cheat. They gave the name of 10 books, or they read the 10 Commandments. Those who read the 10 Commandments cheated much less. That's what I mean, a tool of improvement. You have, people who are not religious, they say, he has a God. In Hebrew it's very, very common. Even non-religious people, this guy doesn't have any God. Somebody who does anything that he wants.
I heard a saying, I don't remember.
I never hear Christians or Catholics talking that way.
Yeah.
But I heard
But
that.
you
I
never had
remember.
any God.
I remember I was in the airport in Tel Aviv, and there was a Orthodox boy going home, and he tried to smuggle in more weight than he had to. And the ladies, which were not religious, which were at the counter, check-in counter, they said, "This guy says he has a God. He has no. This guy has no God." I mean,
yeah, of course. Because
after
after 3,000 years of after 3,000 years of indoctrine of a God, of course you will relate to him.
It's not, you don't have to mean God is a concept. I'm a total let's say atheist, but the idea of God is the concept of. I mean, if you, according to the Jewish scriptures, as I see it in the original in the Old Testament, it's not that there is a God and is not a God. The question, what do you make your God? Do you make money, sex, fame, or other things your God, or you make the universal humanity your God? Be a mensch, like they say in German.
I know mensch, I understand mensch.
And that's what I mean by God. There's no other God. So
no, but religion in the last 3,000 years did not improve humanity at all. I don't remember who said it, but there is bad people and good people. But only religion can make good people for bad people.
And also the opposite.
Because I will kill. If I'm religion, I can kill for the sake of God.
Oh yeah.
If I am not religion, only if I am bad I will kill. If I'm good, I will not go to kill.
So what's the conclusion there?
The conclusion is that only religion can make you worse.
No. It's sometimes you have your own. But religion can also. It depends. So it depends. If that's what I want trying here, to eliminate those who try to put religion above morality.
No, I mean, of course there is communism, there is nationalism and everything, but those things people invent according to what they are inside.
Yes.
So they excuse them their bad behavior with great notions.
Yeah.
But religion is imposed from somewhere else on people.
But also from people that accept it. If you don't accept it, it doesn't work. I mean, but religion, I can say myself personally, religion helped myself self-discipline. Of course, if you take it, when I used to take it more serious, like God's word, like from above, from external. So I used to help my wife less and go more to the synagogue. Today, I feel that God tells me first, God, whatever I mean by this. I use it because I don't see it anymore in this the Santa Claus from behind the cloud. So that's why I use today. Once it disturbed me to use the word God, but today I don't. God is for me an adjective. It's an adjective. It's a deification. You deify morality, rationality, whatever is absolute being. Y, W, H, W. What is, and all the rest is speculation and whatever. So this is my God, and this helps. It helps you to focus.
If it helps you, it's okay.
Okay, fine.
I don't find it any helpful tool for me, for myself.
Well,
Okay, good at your age, maybe. But
What do you mean my age? I'm younger than you.
No, I mean no. I'm saying once you get to.
But you say if I will get older, I
You
will.
would be younger. No,
Aha,
I'm saying,
okay.
If it's more for younger people, of course. Once you're already ingrained.
So
in
what
that
would happen in these centers of
learning centers?
Yeah,
What they would see, we would take texts from the Islam, texts from Buddhism, texts from Christianity, texts from and show them. Listen, there's one principle. There's a principle that religion. People take religion, or as a primitive level, they take it just to feel good. Like to invent, to feel good that they are not going to after the grave that they have a bank with a credit card, to get to push in somewhere. Which I don't know. I was never there. And the second thing is it helps self-discipline. But if we agree that all those religions, the difference between religions, like difference of shirts, because we have different shirts, we're not different people. We could be best friends. So that's and we see the details as something really not so important. So then the whole attitude that people want.
You want to promote peace doing the
peace
sense.
And harmony and love between people. That's the goal. So it starts. I don't know if we're going to see it in our days, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Are you optimistic?
what?
Are you optimistic
About what?
No.
about the world where it's going?
He told
No,
me
I'm realistic. See, I
Realistic.
studied Latin all the time.
Yeah.
And so I see we've been through this so often, I just can't get excited anymore. Do you know Alexander the Great?
Yeah.
He died in Baghdad, and he was going through Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
they said, "Don't touch Mesopotamia. It's a bad place." And we go in Iraq, and it's the same old stuff. We just repeat all this old stuff. So I read Cicero's letters, his family. He had trouble with his son and with the finances and with the government, and they had Republicans and Democrats. My problem is I would become cynical, not pessimistic. But I said, well, we've been through this so often. I don't know what's going to change us. That's my problem.
But
I'm not pessimistic.
Is it like
Every baby that comes into the world could be Adolphus, or St. Francis of Assisi, and then we're stuck with that.
Yeah.
So how are we going to change? I don't know what to do.
But there is a natural evolution. See, like the fall of communism, the Arab Spring, which
By
is
the
not.
way, there was no fall of communism.
Relatively.
I don't think communism was ever tried.
Yeah, you mean the ideal communism? Yeah, okay.
I'm a
Of course.
communist myself.
Yeah, me too. I mean, in that way, I would also be a communist.
I mean, you're a socialist.
Oh yeah, even
Yeah,
further.
communism is also.
And the only reason why they tried communism, or like the Gulag or Stalin or whatever it is because two humans are too stupid to see this. And so you send them to Siberia.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Konzentrationslager, got it?
Right. Yeah, but
If they don't cooperate, well then they just have to be hit on the head and get rid of them.
But listen.
That's what prompted this. They said, we don't want forced communism. Well, people are too stupid to share things with everybody, to be fraternal around the world. We don't want to do this.
Of course not.
That's why you need someone to hit us over the heads.
And then, but the problem if he would be, yeah, right, okay. But
Who's going to hit us over the head? Some people say religion. I'm all for rationality.
Yeah, but rationality has to get to this. The difference between religion and not religion, a discipline system, which is not religion, has this point. It's absolute. It has to be. There's no way. Like someone makes a diet and he punishes penalties if he eats too much. I think it's all dependent on
Communism in during Stalin's reign was absolute, at least as Catholicism in Rome.
Yeah, I'm saying, but this.
Stalin was the god for the all.
Not to mention Hitler. I mean.
Not to mention Hitler.
Yeah.
But there was a kind of religion. He was God, and after and all there was.
Because they used the
So
system.
I'm afraid you talk about pessimism. I'm not pessimistic. I'm kind of realistic.
And a little bit cynic.
Yeah, that things are not going to change that much. I don't know why.
But
It's
I
in the
think
genes.
there is a certain
It's in the
There's
genes.
a certain evolution. People think more.
Yeah,
Slowly.
I hope so.
I mean, the fact that you passed the line and you weren't ostracized, this wouldn't happen 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Me too. So there is something. So let's just do our part to it's more. I do it more because I felt what it is. I have many friends which are called the
There are more atheists than today than 50 years ago. That's for sure.
Certainly, we're making more.
Yeah.
Every
Right.
day.
Right, but
You see the clerics, you see the pedophilia and all that stuff, and all that stuff. People say, Psst, look at it there, away. I don't want to be it.
no,
And people say, are you? Oh, that was something on the bus. We were helping some disabled people last night. The bus was bringing, and some man was going somewhere and he didn't have any money. Okay, so I gave him some money. Just watch. And the bus driver said, well, that was very nice, like a true American. I said, friend, will you forget the American business? Just maybe a nice person. Aren't we supposed to help each other and forget all the titles?
Yeah.
Just are we help each other? And he said, oh, that's wonderful. I said, well, thank you very much. And that was the end of that. But they say, I said, oh, he's a Christian. They killed everyone, and the Jews, and they killed people. I like in the Old Testament, like David, he was pretty good too about killing people.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that. Like 300 foreskins, preputium, where you had to kill. Yeah, this is God's will. I said, well, you read this stuff. Then, by the way, I hate the Bible. I hate it. I can't stand the sight of it. The Bible.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean,
just about the Christian thing in the Old Testament and the New Testament. I can live without it.
Yeah, I can live with that. But
and I'm not going to be worse.
Which part is the most?
Killings. No, I don't say that the killings. There are all kinds of silly things going on there. And of course, the church says every word is,
the word of God.
Direct word of God. The direct word of God. Oh.
No, I'm saying direct word of God here.
What you're saying is rational reality.
Yeah, this is in your mind. That it talks to your mind.
Who's talking?
Before. Whatever God is. Whatever you got.
There's another problem. I'm interested in astronomy. There's another problem.
Yeah.
And all of our ideas, and you and me and I, and all this wonderful stuff, is on planet Earth,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend is working in my room right now, and every day he gets the latest photograph from the Hubble telescope, zillions and trillions of worlds and suns. What are we doing? Nothing.
What can we do?
I know, here we are. You see, that we have solutions. I found the solution to the universe. You have found nothing. You see?
Right, true.
Yeah. So all that we say about God and all these things, which I like this. I'll sign this right now. There's no problem. I see it right away. It's harmless. But all of this stuff applies to planet Earth.
Sure.
There might be another world, a million light years away.
We can't deal with it.
I understand, with a completely different ideas.
Sure. But the thing is also, which is important here with such a thing, is there are many. I remember then when I got this lynched, so to say. Yeah, relatively, I got away. I told you I got away with it, but I got a certain level of ostracization, and then all of a sudden, we met. How did we meet? People met, and I met other people. He's not religious today, but I met other people that are still religious.
I wasn't religious then too.
Okay, fine.
But I'm interested in religion.
He was born to religion. His father is also a rabbi. Okay.
Yeah.
So I met people that didn't know that they thought they were the only ones. There's no way out. We maybe don't need it for ourselves.
No, I don't need it.
But we want to help those who are still inside, and you can't take them out from one day to the other, like in a cold shower.
I know, that's why you have a problem here with this thing, because you have 6 billion people to convince of this.
No, I don't need. I just need a little.
He wants leadership, so the leaders too, and they will promote the idea.
Then Like it goes, like.
We have a new Jesus here.
No. I don't want to. I just want to help this natural
Oh,
evolution.
good. That's right.
I mean, I'm not attached to it. If it doesn't happen, I won't suicide. I mean, it's not my. It's like part. I want to see.
As a rabbi, do you have to be like registered or approved or something?
Yeah.
Yes and no. Yeah, you get first you get your diploma as a rabbi.
From
A certificate.
From wherever you're from, another rabbi, ordained rabbi, you get a certificate that you could be a rabbi. And
Did you go like?
It's a test. Yeah, you
Did
should.
you go like to a whole seminary training?
Yeah, I
sure.
learned a lot.
Where was that?
In Israel, mainly in Israel. But I was living in Switzerland most of the years. But yeah, today they wouldn't approve.
The system before the state of Israel was established, the system was by a previous rabbi that he appointed you to succeed him.
I appointed a new rabbi.
I don't know how it works.
But today there is in Israel at least there is an organization, a rabbinate from the state.
Yeah, somehow when I give letters to people that need a certification that they're Jewish or for to go to Israel, so my letters are accepted somehow.
Officially accepted.
Officially accepted, but if they would know.
Well, this is very interesting. Of course, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to argue about.
Yeah. The question is how much energy are we willing to contribute to that to help those people
to that
who have
idea.
To get out. I mean, it's also not. It's even for my family after my grandchildren. I want them to feel better. See, people like many people. Even he, which he says is not totally religious, but he still has many religious connections, and he can't. We have to lead kinds of double lives.
No.
Not you. See,
I mean, I was saying,
you didn't have any trouble with your family those days when you were 35?
No.
Your father was not Catholic?
Oh, they were old Catholics.
Yeah.
They kind of didn't understand me exactly. Well, we never fought about religion too much.
And what about you?
They were good, and I mean they were good people, and nothing special.
You see, for example, I couldn't tell everybody in my community that I'm going to visit you. I told a few good friends because you're going to a Catholic priest, to visit.
Well, see, I'm further than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they wouldn't understand it.
I mean, my friends would say, well, go and talk, who cares?
Yeah.
I said, I can go to a brothel, talk to the prostitutes right now. I'm not worried about that. I see you seem to be...
Okay, I'll stop it for your phone call.
Me.
Yeah. No, I stopped the video.
Pronto, hello.